It is a beautiful Pittsburgh day, and we are back with the Saxcast. Let's just get right into it. I don't think we need intros anymore. If you know, you know. We got myself, Scott, and Sax. There's a quick intro. Sax, you were up in Mount Washington today.
Man, it was just one of those days where it's like, I think we're on to something here, boys. It just was, I call it, I think I dubbed it on the show, the perfect weather Pittsburgh. How if it,
PWP.
PWP, when you have that, it's just, there's no better place in the world. And just with the account and what we're doing here and everything, I leave the house, I wear my stupid little yellow windbreaker, my bike pants. I'm leaving. I'm getting waves. I'm getting honks. I'm getting thumbs up. I lost track of like the amount of times. I'm getting like DMs after the fact. Hey, were you biking on the trail in a yellow windbreaker? Someone said I had the actual look at this what someone said they said nothing, just bright yellow and fully covered in this heat was memorable. First, but it's just like I feel like I'm in Mister Rogers' neighborhood. It's fantastic. I go into town, I do a little work, and then I have a follower, VP Gettysburg Images or whatever, Victorian Photograph Studio. He does like those old timey like photos where like you wear like Western stuff and like or like
Okay.
you dress up
Yeah.
like Civil War stuff. He lives in Gettysburg. He has a business. He does that. He's been sending me pictures of this one vending machine in Mount Washington outside of a fire station for like 2 months. And the vending machine has it has the outside of the vending machine is from Star Wars Episode 1. It's a Pepsi machine of Star Wars Episode 1, and it has Sebulveda, a pod race machine, and Anakin Skywalker, and then a nice cold refreshing Pepsi. Did you guys know this existed?
Not until
I
today.
didn't. No chance. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but like I had no idea that this existed in Mount Washington.
So I only knew it from this guy. He's like, you got to make a video about this. You got to make a video about this. Like, it's this vending machine that just hasn't been changed in 26 years. And so I bike up to Mount Washington. I bike up William Street. Do you guys know that street?
Yeah, it's really steep.
Yeah, and they've closed it off halfway through, and it's just a bike trail in between now. But I go to the corner in Mount Washington, and I start recording a video about this vending machine. And dude, it was the most Mount Washington shit ever. 6 people stopped, came up to me. Oh, that's been the same for 26 years. Telling me the whole story. This guy from Shiloh Street Pub. He saw me recording it. His name is
Wait,
Jack.
is it by Shiloh Street?
Yeah, it's right down the street.
Okay.
This guy saw me recording it, and he was like, bullseye. It was like he'd been waiting for this. He came up to me. He said, I tailor a whole menu on May the 4th, all Star Wars stuff at Shiloh Pourin Pub or whatever.
Shiloh
have a
Porn Pub.
Pourin Pub. Plate and Pub. What's it called? Plate and Pour. Sorry, I just had a little caffeine. I'll slow down. He goes, so basically, the internet has kind of rallied around this vending machine, and this vending machine has become like popular with like Star Wars fans. And every year, the news goes up there and covers it on May the 4th for May the 4th be with you. And yeah, it's like a big deal up there. You guys aren't Star Wars guys, I could tell. So
I'm
Never
not.
seen it.
No, never seen one movie, anything Star Wars related.
if you, you know, never one thing.
Not one thing, man. I
Not
can't
a
tell you. I can't tell you a single storyline of Star Wars.
Not a
I
single.
swear.
What? Not
I
one
swear.
thing.
Not
The biggest
one.
pop culture?
thing. No.
No.
Name a thing. Name a character.
C3PO.
Scott Hatterberg
That's
picking
the one you
machine.
Wait, what'd you say?
Scott Hatterberg picking machine.
Moneyball.
Moneyball.
Wait, stop. Yeah. Your Star Wars character is an Oakland Athletic first baseman.
Whoa. The Athletics. No Oakland
Oh,
anymore.
sorry. Come on, name more Star Wars things. You can do it.
Anakin.
Darth
Yes.
Vader.
Try to get 10. Try to name 10 Star Wars.
I
things.
definitely can't. Darth
We're gonna
Vader.
start from 1. Name 10
Princess
Star Wars
Leia.
things. Yes.
Darth
1.
Vader.
Yep.
C-3PO.
Luke
Yep.
Skywalker.
Wait. We're not counting C-3PO. You already said.
Damn it! No, you have to.
All right, you're at 3. Luke Skywalker.
Mia Khalifa.
That's 1. Count it.
Scotty. No, 3.
Um,
You can do it, guys. Come on.
Did I already
Pop-
say Princess Leia?
I don't remember, but
Count it.
no. I'm gonna say yes. You did. 3. Come on. You can do it.
What's the little short robot guy? Did I already say him?
C-3PO.
I already said that. That's his name.
Come on. You can do it. You guys. You're a lawyer. You guys are learned men.
Bill Shatner.
That's Star Trek.
Star Trek. You can name actors. You can do it.
That makes no difference.
That-
It makes no.
Oh, okay.
you can
then
say
fine.
you can say things like you could say like robe or lightsaber. You could say
Oh.
give you, you could say objects.
Wand.
No.
What
Wait,
about?
is there a wand? No, that's Lord of the Rings.
The wand that lights up. Come on.
Lightsaber?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's the guy
4.
with the goofy ears and like the nose and like he's kind of looks like a dinosaur.
You can literally say like spaceship. I would count it.
I'm giving you the answer.
Okay, all right, yeah, Yoda.
That's not even the
Yoda.
one I. Yep, Yoda. And
Baby
then-
Yoda.
5
Baby
more.
Yoda. That's 2. And then God, the guy that has the goofy
You guys
voice.
are just from a
he has
different
goofy,
universe as
goofy
me.
voice, big beady eyes, ears.
Oh yeah.
The hairy guy?
Sure. Is he
Chewbacca.
hairy?
Chewbacca.
Dude, you can't say
I can't roll my
Chewbacca
tongue.
like
no,
you know
no,
Chewbacca.
actually, it's not Chewbacca, but Chewbacca is one that I did
Okay.
know. I want to say it starts with a G.
Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar Binks, J.
He's
Yeah.
from episode 1, so you do know episode 1.
All right. No, I do not.
Can you do 2 more? You got 2 more.
2 more.
I'm not helping you.
Is there a big blob guy?
Come
Big
on.
blob that floats
Yes.
around?
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt, yeah.
Okay, last one will be
You can. Come on.
Actors.
Actors.
How about the soldiers that shoot stuff and they never hit anything? What are they called? The
Stormtroopers.
stormtroopers. Yeah, the stormtroopers. That's like a billion.
That is incredible. You guys are such little jocks.
Yeah, never watched it.
Is there
Okay.
any sort of sci-fi thing that you guys mess with?
Harry Potter.
You like Harry Potter, Scott?
I've watched
Yeah.
2 Harry Potters.
I watched all of them.
Have you read the books?
No.
2 of them. I read the
Reading?
first 2.
Are you kidding me?
I read the first 2 and then they got too long.
What? Any other sci-fi? Nothing.
What's it
Narnia.
called? Not Narnia.
You're really Narnia, guys.
What's
I'm a
what's the
big
show?
Narnia guy. Ask me anything about Narnia. I got you.
What's the show on
Big
HBO?
Mr. Tubness,
Lord of the Rings.
fella.
No,
Game of
Lord of-
Thrones.
Game
of Thrones is awesome. I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I've watched Game of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones is great.
I really like the Witch.
You guys
She's kinda
had
hot.
siblings. They weren't into it.
My sister's also never seen Star Wars.
My twin sister and my little
Did your
brother.
parents watch movies?
My parents never watched Star Wars.
Okay.
That's
Just-
probably where it stems from.
And was it kind of like they were like, "Oh, that's nerd shit," or were
My
they
dad watched the movie Cinderella with Russell Crowe probably 300 times during my childhood.
Cinderella
but-
Man?
Yeah, Cinderella
About the
Man.
boxer?
Yeah,
Okay, so
the boxer in
sports,
the
like
Great Depression. Remember the Titans was probably played 1 billion times.
Okay,
It was all that. The
It
natural.
was all sports.
It was all sports movies.
I watched Indiana Jones a lot with my dad, and then I watched Blazing Saddles, one of the best comedies of all time.
You know, Indiana Jones is also in Star Wars.
Harrison Ford, yeah, that's right. So I should have known that one.
The comedy
That's
that my
pretty
dad
amazing,
showed
guys.
me.
You guys are
Yeah.
wow. That was fun to learn.
Yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I was like going about Star Wars. If you guys were Star Wars guys, you'd be like so geeked what I was talking about. And instead,
It was
you
cool.
like
I saw it.
I
It
think
looked-
you guys were
it
like
looked
reading
old.
like box scores when I was going on that rant.
it looked old and cool. And I read that Pepsi donated $10,000 to that fire department. That's right there.
That's pretty
to
cool.
keep that
So
going. Yeah.
okay, here's more things. So I'm there. I got probably stopped. 7 people came up. Again, I'm in my stupid yellow windbreaker shooting it. But I learned this. apparently every firehouse in Pittsburgh has an old Pepsi machine out in front of it.
Mm.
Did you know
Yeah,
that?
there's
I'll
one
take
in
a
the strip too.
I'll take a
Yeah.
picture of it tomorrow. I walk past it every day when I go to work.
Yeah, I went to the Duquesne one, and it's right. It's all like Pepsi machines that are stuck in like 1999.
Yeah.
Which is like, and I'm like, they should make it so every one of those Pepsi machines has a different like old retro thing on it, and then you just do a fire station crawl, and you get a Pepsi in each fire station, and that'd be kind of fun. And yeah, it
A
was
soda
just
crawl? Is that what you just recommended?
yeah, soda crawl.
The fire stations are too far away from each other.
On an e-bike, it's Pittsburgh. On an e-bike, I was there in no time.
That's not a crawl then.
That's a ride.
You're just driving to fire stations.
Oh, you're saying like a crawl has to be like so you can like within like a short walk.
Right.
On the same street.
That's some lawyer shit right there. You just hit me with. Sorry,
I
I
just went on a crawl.
wording right.
I went on a bar crawl this past weekend.
I
with
know.
Scott
I saw.
and Noah.
Did you go to
And
17 bars?
11.
No.
11.
I don't.
And
I
you
definitely
had
didn't.
drinks in every single one.
Yeah, some of them multiple.
I came like halfway through the
back in the
night.
day shit.
So I did not plan. Scott joined us like halfway through. But it was myself, Debo, Noah, and Noah's friend Steven. Nice guy. He's 25, has very young energy. So it started at 7. We planned on like, hey, like we'll get a beer, go to the next place. You have a beer, like a lot of spread out time, mixing some waters. And his 25-year-old, high energy, not a care in the world, probably doesn't experience hangovers yet, recommended tequila shots. And he did it at the right time where we had probably enough drinks to be like, fine, what's one gonna do? And then from there it was like
off to the races.
Yeah, it was off to the races.
Oh
it was fun, but then I cannot do that shit.
Imagine doing that every day for 9 years.
God bless you, man.
Hey, or something close to it. But hey, Adam, you sound like you're a little still recovering.
A little bit. I think I drink. Yeah, I'm nasally. My throat hurts. I think part of it is allergies, and part of it is having close to 14 drinks on Saturday.
There's something. Yeah, 14. I would call it the Steitler 10, which is like really 15. But every day to delusion till your hospital beds. Yeah, when you get that young guy on the bar crawl and you're like, it's fucking go time.
Yeah. And
then like you don't remember the last like 4 places and you're just doing the same conversation. And now as a sober person that, used to, drink and that's it's like those conversations when you're in that mode, it's just like I never want to hear that ever again. You're just making noises at each other.
Yeah. No, I was definitely making noises later in the night. I think I was trying to convince Scott's girlfriend to make a Hinge profile for me at one point.
Yes.
That
was at the very end of the night.
Yeah, I know. I don't want that, but at that moment, that seemed like a good idea. Yeah, just
you've never had a Hinge profile?
No, I did like back in the day, and then I'm single.
You like
now,
a woman's touch?
Only on the internet.
Is your Hinge profile read like Adam? Like I've never seen Star Wars. Baseball.
I should put that. I do not have any dating profiles. I'm not looking to make any dating profiles.
His profile says another white man with a podcast.
Right. Inevitably, when it does happen, it'll probably be 5 baseball photos and then like some stupid.
Dude, when I had my Hinge profile, 3 of 5 of my photos were with Adam.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love that. Yeah. Was that? Don't take this personally. Was that for a height difference?
No,
bitch.
No, not at all, actually. But
you motherfucker.
Hey, come on. That was sitting there.
That was good. It was a layup.
Alley-oop.
So the Pepsi machines. So I gotta check out these Pepsi machines. But that's gonna be a great
still
video.
On Pepsi machines. I forgot. Oh my. Yeah, let's go. Okay, back to the crawl. Yes, I would be. I think that's good content, Sax, to go visit all the Pepsi machines in
I
one
think
day.
honestly, yeah, that would be. I think I'm gonna do something like that. All the Pittsburgh firehouses or something, but because firefighters are cool, you know what I mean. Everybody likes a fireman.
Yeah,
You know, they're big eaters.
Mm-hmm.
The
really.
firehouse, they're always making big meals. They're always at the grocery store, like with like 8 of them, getting like lasagna for the firehouse.
Lasagna at the grocery store? I feel like that's something you cook.
In New York, it's always like you're in a grocery store, and then like 10 firefighters roll up, and they get to do like the fast pass. You know what I'm talking about? You never had that happen.
No.
What percentage of firefighters are Italian?
In New York, a lot, probably.
Do you think we have those stats?
I would love to know the breakdown of cops and firefighters in Pittsburgh. Because I live close to Brighton Heights, which you guys know what that neighborhood was famous for, right? That was the cop neighborhood.
Brighton Heights, really?
Yeah, it was the last neighborhood because you used to have to be a city of Pittsburgh resident to be a cop.
Really?
Yeah, so then they all live there. New York has the same thing. There's like cop neighborhoods, firefighter neighborhoods, Staten Island. So it's like the suburbs, but it's like I don't know. But yeah, so what do you
It's like the suburbs.
are you looking at
but more
racial
dangerous.
breakdown of Pittsburgh firefighters?
Google said
that. Ask
Goo-
AI that.
Google
Go to
said I
ChatGPT
shouldn't do
and
that.
ask.
I typed what percentage of firefighters are Italian, and Google's like, "You sure you want to know that?" No, it just said It said they do not track.
No, I think
firefighters
Google-
by ethnicity, but it said close to 80% of them are white.
I think Google said, forget about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it basically told me that they're all Italian.
Now, let me tell you this much. I know.
Do you have
this
family
for a
members that are firefighters, Scott?
Yes, my uncle.
There you go.
See, there we go.
There you go.
In-
My
in Newcastle.
uncles, my uncle-in-laws, my nephews.
I guarantee you that if you took the stats in Newcastle, it'd be 99% Italian.
Yeah, 'cause
Firefighters?
Newcastle is 99% Italian.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the fun thing about this, not to go back to the machine, though. But it's just kind of a funny juxtaposition because it's a firehouse and then it's a Star Wars Pepsi machine that's like famous on like Star Wars Reddit. So it's kind of like it's a worlds collide. It's a worlds collide thing.
I feel like all roads lead back to this goddamn vending machine.
Yeah, how many are there? How many fire stations are there in Pittsburgh city limits?
How many
I don't know.
words are there? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean if you Google them and you can look outside, they all have Pepsi machines.
I'm taking a photo tomorrow by the strip district one. It's like 2 blocks away from me.
I love it.
There's a massive vending machine. I always like notice it when I walk by. I'm like, that's
Oh, and by the way, the soda there, 75 cents.
yeah. There's like a
gives
sign
you
outside.
back a quarter. When's the last time that happened?
There's 30 fire stations in the city limits apparently. So that's 30 sodas that we could drink in one day.
So are we gonna go on a fire station crawl? We should do that for content.
I think that's a great idea.
100%.
Me,
I'm
us
so
three,
down.
and then Debo comes and films it. And we're all mic'd up and we're all just drinking sodas, having a good time.
I don't think like that's a lot of caffeine though.
I don't even drink soda. I haven't drank soda in years.
I gotta
So-
be honest, in sobriety, it's something I picked up. It's like coffee and soda. I like diet sodas.
Diet sodas.
They do get you jacked up a little bit.
Get a little jacked up on soda, on some dew.
all jacked up on Mountain
I
Dew.
saw that like one diet soda is like the equivalent of like 3 or like no. 3 diet sodas equals 1 cup of coffee, or 2.5 diet sodas.
I thought you were about to say something way different.
I
I thought you were about to say like 3 diet sodas equals 1 bottle of vodka. Or something like that.
love that,
bro.
I love that scene
I'm
on
sorry.
Talladega Nights where he's just like, "Shut up, Chip! I'm gonna throw your war medals over the bridge."
That's a good
I love
impression.
it. Just
For anybody
quoting
that knows
Talladega
that.
Nights.
Yeah, see that, and that's
Sick.
I saw that movie for sure.
We
So
know
I
that.
wanted to before we get into some other stuff, I just wanted to say I'm going to Wilmington, North Carolina this weekend.
Awesome. Great
And
place.
that is a place. So I had a video called Model Train Store that
Model
went,
trains.
I guess, went moderately viral. And then it went re-viral in Wilmington because in Wilmington there's like a railroad museum with model trains in it, and they remade it, and then it went re-viral. And that's just like one of those crazy things. And then I was invited down to go and perform live in Wilmington.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be May 3rd, 8 p.m. It's at Bazaar Beer, Spirits, Tacos, and Hookah. And me.
Ooh, a hookah lounge.
There's a lot of options there. And yeah, Bazaar May 3rd this weekend. Come and see me. I'll be doing a little music, a little comedy, about 40, 45 minutes. And then afterwards, there's going to be DJs. And Wilmington, North Carolina apparently has like a really big DJ. It's like kind of like a weird hipster place. It's like the hipster part of North Carolina.
It's been a while since I've been there, but Wilmington's a really nice place, man. You're gonna like it. Are you flying down? How are you getting down there?
Flying.
Okay.
And I'm hitting like a layover in New York, and yeah, I'm excited. You know, that's where they shot One Tree Hill and
Cape Fear.
Cape Fear.
I haven't seen either of those.
But what the creator of One Tree Hill, there's like another one, not Gilmore Girls, but something. But the creator of One Tree Hill was like aware that when you do shows with like teenagers, like the teenagers get all fucked up. So the creator of One Tree Hill was like wanted to choose a place to shoot the show that was more like, I don't know, like down to earth. So they chose Wilmington, North Carolina, and then these kids like grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina that were on One Tree Hill, and apparently like they had more of a normal life.
They should have picked Cleveland, Ohio.
What is that? Yeah, Drew Carey did that.
Want to play?
You know who else is from Wilmington, North Carolina?
No.
The GOAT.
Albert Einstein.
Michael Jordan.
Michael's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going into Wilmington, North Carolina, totally blind, and I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah.
Well,
that's all I got on that.
When you're down there, you should start thinking about an intro song for this show, Sax, because we are.
It's time
right now, and I've gotten a lot of requests, believe it or not, on what the hell's going on. Why don't we have a song? And I said, calm down. We're working on it. I'm trying to order my food. Leave me alone. But we should brainstorm real quick. Let's give ourselves the next like 5 minutes to figure out what we want in this 15-second song. Can't be that hard, right? Sax does it every other day.
I could literally like make it right now.
All right. Well,
no, but yeah. I mean, first off, the fact that I don't call you guys Adam Scott, like the actor, is like, what the hell am I doing?
Right.
The Saxcast with Saxboy and Adam Scott.
With Mark Scout from Severance.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I mean, we could probably be pulling in, rogue listeners just off that trickery.
I love that. They're always waiting for Adam Scott.
Saxboy.
I like some tomfoolery here. Yeah, let's do it.
So it's like a lyric like Saxboy and Adam Scott, actor no, something something like that. Something with Adam Scott, like, oh, not the Severance, not your innie, or something like that.
Okay,
that's something.
Okay.
Don't think too hard about that.
I asked Chat GPT what they thought.
Not the Catalina wine mixer, Adam Scott.
Here's one verse. Adam's got that.
A lot of syllables there, Scott.
Yeah. You ready for verse 2 in the Chat GPT song? It's well, here's verse 1.
Wait, you're giving away my process.
Dude. If this is your process, you would not have a following if this is what you used.
It's like, okay, yes, I use the AI to do a lot of the music, most of the music. The AI is not writing these fucking songs.
No, dude. Well, because if this was it, nobody would listen to anything you put out here. Welcome to the show where the jokes are free It's the Saxcast, baby. Just wait and see. Saxboy Billy with the smoothest flow. He's got the jokes and the sax to show.
And
I
the
forgot to
sex to
mention
show.
Sex Boy Billy. And then here's the chorus. It's the Sax Cast. We're laughing all the way. Adam and Scott are here to play. We talk about nothing. We're here for fun. Sit back, relax, and the show's just begun. That chorus repeats like 3 times. Verse 2, I like.
Wait, what did you input? What did you input? Like the description of the show?
Write an intro song for a podcast that is a comedy podcast called the Saxcast. It has 3 hosts, Saxboy Billy, Adam, and Scott. The show's about nothing.
The show's about nothing.
Verse 2.
The guy gets bullied by his mom about how it's white dudes talking.
Yeah, the show's about nothing.
DEI talk, baby.
Right, let's go. Adam's got that wit that'll make you think. Scott's got the jokes. Just take a drink. I should have mentioned that part.
I think that's kind of like, I would say Scott is kind of like, he's just, Scott's role in the show is like, he comes out of the clouds with the jokes.
Right. We'll talk about anything.
Adam,
No rule. Yeah, I got a little wit. We'll talk
Just
about
go,
anything.
Sax
No
boy
rules to
sucks.
break. Yeah. If you're bored, it's time to hit play. And then the bridge, jokes, riffs, and sax solos too. We're a comedy crew. We're here for you. Saxcast, baby. No plot, no stress. Just 3 friends doing their best.
Doing their best. That's the most accurate line.
We are trying our best.
Yeah,
We
we're
are
trying.
literally
We're
doing our
trying.
best. It's like that scene from The Detroiters, if you guys have watched that.
Yep.
The lawyer who's doing his best.
Scott.
Walt tries.
Another quote from a TV show.
Walt tries.
I don't watch
We
Star
gotta put
Wars,
that. We gotta
but
put that in the song. Scott will quote movies, and Adam, and Adam's scroll reader.
Dude. Okay, well, after that whole song, it asked, "What do you think? Is this vibe what you were going for?" And the only comment I had is there isn't a saxophone. So then it just
What genre should we make the intro?
I think it needs to be something jazzy, upbeat,
Jazz.
soulful.
soulful. Throw a little hip hop in there.
Yeah.
Country.
There's so many. Yeah, I like
Some
it.
boom bap.
Yeah,
Some
boom bap.
Nas.
Afro.
Right.
Here's. I'll give you guys some of the genres that I used for my prompts.
Okay.
West Coast rap, G-funk, New Jack swing, cumbia, Hawaiian. We'll figure it out. Hawaiian. There's a little behind the scenes.
Variety. Sax.
Classic disco and classic Motown. Classic Motown's the shit.
I like classic.
Yeah, I mean, the song's coming. We're waiting for the show to get humming.
Yeah. I did bring something to share.
Love it.
I recently bought a Ring doorbell camera.
Ooh.
I'm sick of Saxboy riding by my apartment all the time. So-
Did that enter your head in a little bit?
No, not even
Okay.
remotely close.
I
Just
take a
now.
look-
Don't lie. You told me this the other day, Adam.
Just now it did. No, I was like, you know what? I like it. You get to see what's by the door. It's a little extra security. But I've never had the Ring app on your phone before. And people treat it as if it's like notifications to the neighborhood of what's going on. And some of the notifications are just awesome.
Wait, so you have
so
to
good.
explain this to me. So I know that the Ring app will tell you, oh, there's movement at your door. Do you want to see your door, right?
Right. Exactly. And you could talk through it. But also, apparently, I didn't know this, through the Ring app, there's like you could report things and like, hey, has anybody seen this dog? Or like, does anybody know this guy that just stole my package from my door?
your neighborhood, in like
And
nearby
yeah, you could like set your
Wow.
neighborhood, right? A lot of it is sad. It's like, my dog's missing. Can someone find my dog? Like stuff like that. But then there's also just hilarious stuff. Here's one an hour ago. Saw a car speeding away from an altercation with a person, left them bleeding. I have the make, model, and number plate. Nothing else. First comment, call the police.
Wait, on Ring?
On Ring, yeah. This is just on
So
the
they
Ring
saw
app.
they saw that happen on Ring.
Yeah.
Why are they their first instinct to go on this app called Ring and write that?
Okay,
That's my question.
Here's the next one. 2 hours ago. Look out for petite woman walking medium-sized black and white dog in Brookline. Dog lunges and bit me.
Mhm.
First comment. Call the police.
That's the reply guy on
Can we
the
get
Ring
more of
app
a
is the call the
description?
police guy.
Can we get more description of the dog owner, please?
I gotta
Oh.
say, I was in Ben Avon and I had a dog lunge at me.
Yeah.
And I gave the owner some freaking sass. New York Sax came out.
Oh, hey, I'm biking here.
Yeah, I mean, no, I was like
What?
walking down the street. You
Yeah.
can't have your dog lunging after people. I mean, come on, go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's one. Anyone else experiencing brown water? Don't know where that was at, but that would suck. And here's my favorite.
That's called the Three Rivers. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this, like a fracking area? Was it like
Yeah.
Somerset County?
This is my absolute favorite one. I think I might have shown you guys this. This is 4 days ago. Please help me find my tortoise Shelly, the tortoise. Any information would be really helpful. Thank you. And it's just a picture of a tortoise. There's so many pictures of tortoises.
Is this a joke?
No.
How do you
it's not
lose a tortoise?
Dude, I gotta see if I can show you the photo. It's just the tortoise on the thing.
If you have a pet tortoise, that tortoise is always going to be confined in like a cage area.
Dude,
right?
they're so slow. How can you lose a tortoise? How can you lose a
So this
tortoise?
tortoise like freaking like escaped.
I don't know how you lose a
How do
tortoise.
you lose a
This tortoise
tortoise?
went Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like hopped in the sewer and like.
Dude, there's no way that tortoise got outside of the house. Like, what are we doing? How did I don't understand. There's so many questions I have.
And it's like,
Oh, it's so good.
Good for that tortoise. Like, go be free. It sounds like
Yeah.
if you're losing tortoises, what kind of human being? What kind of response? Like, you're probably not that good at like, I don't know, just regular things.
Listen, you simply can't lose a tortoise, dude. You just can't do it.
Adam, you have a dog. Scott, do you have
Yeah.
a pet?
No, I don't.
Are you a pet person?
Yeah, I like dogs. I'm not a big cat guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always had
Yeah.
a dog.
Always?
Always, my whole life.
Even into like in your 20s, you had a dog?
Like family dog, yeah, like a family dog,
Or
yeah.
like by yourself when you live by yourself?
So up until like I didn't have one when I went away for my freshman year of college. I was living in a dorm. And then I moved.
I like that.
Yeah, I moved back home, and then I went to FSU, and my girlfriend at the time had a dog there, so I had a dog like around, and then I moved to Pittsburgh, and I had 1 year in law school without a dog, and then I got the dog I have now, Shenley.
That's like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it is. It's a
It's
lot.
basically like it's like kind of tying you down to your location. Your
Yeah.
life revolves around any choice you make is around that dog.
Yeah, dude. I love her. She's the best. She's a sweetheart. She costs a ton of money, but I spent. Quick story: a dog bit her the other day. Talk about dogs lunging. We were walking, and I saw my old dog walker that would occasionally walk her when I was out of town. And we went to go say hi. She recognized her, so she went up. And this golden retriever lunged at Shenley, my dog, and bit like right below her eye and put like a puncture wound underneath her eye, and it was bleeding. I couldn't get it to stop bleeding.
And that costs what, like $10,000?
Yeah, it was like $300 for the vet to be like, it's fine. Go home. Yeah.
Did the vet do anything, like some glue or something?
No. She just like wiped it down and like gave me some antibiotics, and then she gave me a cone that I had
At what
to pay
point do you
for.
say, "Oh, I need to go to the vet," rather than
dude,
just like
the vet?
Just to be
It's
safe.
it's
to be
because
safe?
you just don't know. The vet either tells you everything's fine or it's open heart surgery. There's nothing in between. It's like there's nothing in between. They make you so nervous because they can't fucking talk to the animal, so they're just like, we can just tell this fucking idiot anything we want, and he has to believe us because
Right.
it's a dog. So they're just like, the bite's close to her eye. It could be nothing, but also she could be blind in 20 minutes. So
is
I'm
there
like,
something
all right,
like
well, fuck.
Is there something like don't go to the vets at like the end of the month or something? They're trying to hit some like quotas or something, or they're like,
I don't know, man. Like
I would kill.
yeah,
Is there pet
maybe
insurance?
there is, but like she doesn't go enough for it to be worth it. Although she gets like allergies, she has allergies. She also has anxiety, so I have to give her anxiety pills
Don't
every
we
single
all?
day. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's yeah, and she hates taking the pills. I gotta fucking shove it in her.
Do you sleep with your dog?
No, she sleeps on her own bed on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog walker?
I did. There's shout out Marie. She runs district dogs in the strip district. She's awesome.
No free ads.
No free ads, but Marie is very cool. She's helped me out a lot. She used to walk Shenley when I was going into work a lot, like more often. But now I work from home a majority of the time, so
Okay.
it's not worth it. But yeah,
I
she would
love
come
it.
like every day and walk her. But yeah, no, dogs are awesome.
That's
I love
cute.
dogs, but it is a lot, man. Like especially
That's
when
a
we're
lot.
going to the baseball games and everything, and I got to come back and walk her. And, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I have no responsibilities in life. None.
yeah, it's pretty nice, dude. That's pretty nice.
No debt.
Ooh.
But you know, it's like that's just how I operate. I mean, like having a dog, that's like a lot. Anyways, how you doing, Scott?
Good, man. Good. I'm actually excited to get back to PNC Park this week. Change the subject a little bit, but
To watch below average baseball?
to watch below average baseball, yeah. I mean, you know, the Pirates have been away. You were in Los Angeles this week.
That's right. I was on I bought a ticket. I was in LA. I went to one game. I think what I'm going to do now is for each road trip, I'll probably just go to one game and then I'll splurge on it above the Pirates dugout seat. This one was I was one row of it was $50. I was one row above the Pirates dugout and it was like I talked I think to every single Pirates player.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, it was fantastic. And I got like Mitch Keller's like, "Oh, look who's back," you know, like that kind of stuff. Man, there's a lot of fun players on this team. Like Andy Rodriguez, man, I hope he figures it out, man, because he's just a fun dude, funny dude.
Definitely.
I saw him talking to Scott Boras before the game.
I saw you post with Scott Boras. Is that's on his agent, right?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. And then I saw Tommy Pham hug Mike Trout, which was the old fantasy baseball beef. If you remember that?
Oh yeah, they're in that league together.
I guess they're buds now, and yeah, it was awesome, and then got a little TV hit. I'm like,
I'm like always the Leo meme. Anytime I see you on TV, I'm like, oh.
Dude, it's always hilarious, like the amount of the volume of like, oh my god. So yeah, LA was fantastic, and there's a lot of videos coming. But yeah,
I'm glad you found an incline out there.
Yeah,
that was nice to see. I like an incline, a good incline. Here's my platform when I run for president. It's an incline in every city, and no more mosquitoes.
And I gotta add another thing to that agenda. I thought about it this week. Banning take your kid to work day.
Oh, hate that. Yeah, that's gone. That's the first.
Is that? I feel like that doesn't happen in New York. Is that something that happens in Pittsburgh?
It happened this week for me. I almost drop kicked 2 kids.
But why would it be bad? Like, aren't kids kind of like nice?
No. Kids.
What do they do? What do they do?
Bad kids.
They're annoying.
Dude, they're around.
If they're bad kids, doesn't that say a lot about your coworkers?
Yeah. Partially.
You have no problem talking about that online?
Oh, it's not my coworkers. It's not my coworkers. My coworkers didn't bring. Well, only one of my coworkers has kids, and he did not bring them to the office. It was like everyone else in the city. I went for a walk. It was a nice day, and I was like, "What the hell? Why are there so many kids downtown? This is a place for adults. This is a place for the working man, and there's just kids with hopes and dreams and a glitter." I
had no idea. See, that's why I love Pittsburgh. That's an actual thing that people do.
Yeah. They had it by the city county building. They had the SWAT car out there with kids peeking out the roof
kids
of
with their
car.
dads like driving around the SWAT car.
Yeah, dude. That was actually kind of
If
bizarre.
you
I should
are
have
a
taken photo
SWAT
of that.
guy, like, yeah, that's the day you're gonna look like the absolute coolest dad in the world.
Only in America, dude.
Like a little
America.
kid with like a little SWAT shield. Like, right?
What did you do with your dad at work today? Holding a SWAT shield.
Yeah. Did you guys ever go to your parents' work? I always did it. When my parents owned a Rita's Italian Ice, I would go and I would go just eat Italian Ice all day. And then every other time they did it, it was just a day for me to get off of school and not do anything else.
My dad was a theater critic, so he would take me to plays all the time. And I now hate theater. Saw so much Pittsburgh regional theater. And then my mom worked in museums, so I would go to museums all the time. So yeah, I would go with them to work a lot.
I went on a first date at a museum a couple years ago, and it was interesting. I tried to do a bunch of bits, and they didn't work. There was like they were just walking around, and there was just like a bench where you could sit, and I was like, "That's the first chair." Didn't hit at all. And then
I gotta be honest.
the rest
I
of
was like, "Girl,
the
get the
date
fuck
was
outta
just
there."
the rest of the date did
That
not
didn't hit
go
there.
well.
That didn't hit here. That just didn't hit. That was like me talking about Star Wars to you guys.
That was the first
Just, like,
chair.
not hitting.
In my head, I was like, "That's a fucking good one, Adam. Fucking let it rip." And then it was just like, "Oh no."
Anything else,
good.
my boys?
No, I think we've covered it all. Any closing words, thoughts, statements, messages?
Do you guys want to hear my impression of a Star Wars alien?
Yes.
Wait. Let me hear Scott do his first.
I don't know. I have no idea what
No,
they sound
do
like.
it. Do it.
No.
Oh my god.
Here's mine. This is a very Yoto.
Okay, that's. I was gonna go.
Yato.
Yeah. Well, I was
See,
gonna
I did
go,
it.
like, yeah, like I was gonna do some gibberish or something.
They always like. It kind of sounds like Mongolian. It's like,
I got one. Ready? Shut up, Chip. I'm all jacked up on
okay,
my
turn the
nose.
podcast off. Turn the podcast off right now.
Goodbye.